Hello, lovers, on this lovely Monday, May 28th, I was about to say 2016. You're 2 years too late, man. You're stuck in the past. It's 2018, you know? If you had a 3-day weekend, congrats. I hope you were enjoying the last day of your 3-day weekend. If you did not have a 3-day weekend, well, I hope you had a good weekend in general. I spent my entire Saturday fixing my dad's laptop again. A whole bunch of random issues, etc. Again, I think we deduced that one of the RAM sticks was bad. It sort of looked like something got dripped on it, but probably during the manufacturing process, because there's nothing on the outside of the cover, or maybe like one of the chips on it exploded and spread its goo, its chip goo, all over the place and got screwed up. But yeah, we took it out. I did a clean install of Windows 10, and I think we're all good again. But this video is not about RAM chips and computers, man. This is about thick latinas, thick MILF latinas. Maybe, possibly. Definitely on the thicker side, MILF side. Not sure if I'd say curvy. No. Oh man, did you see some thick MILF booty and you decide to go approach again? No. Believe it or not, this time I was basically more or less went after. It was still kind of a peculiar, bizarre situation. I was at the park on a Friday before work, just kind of, mind my own business, staying in my own corner, keeping my nose clean. Decided to go for a walk. I definitely wasn't dressed for the part, but I didn't care. So yeah, I just kind of walk a little bit, stop, just kind of, look at the sun, look at the trees, get some water. And this one woman walks past me, is like, "Oh, aren't you gonna walk?" or something like that. And I was like, "Oh, later," or something like that. And she walks by, and I definitely noticed, though, she kind of stops and looks back at me. So already, even with my not so great skills in determining if women are into me, I could already tell, that's peculiar. So I decide to walk, and she kind of goes further in front of me, and I could tell every once in a while she was stopping and looking back. And this one time she stopped to take some selfies of herself and clearly looked back at me. And then later on in the walk, she stopped and sat at some bench. Very clearly I could tell, waiting for me to catch up. And so I finally walked by, and she was just kind of, I said hello, and she was something about like, "Oh, do you walk here often?" Something like that. We just talked a little, and she said if I wanted to walk together. So we did. It's very peculiar. Basically, yeah, we walked for a while, we talked. It was totally random. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that normally doesn't happen, right? She's 45 with 2 kids in their early 20s. She has a daughter, but her daughter lives in Seattle, I believe. And so yeah, she was very much telling me, "Oh, I live up over here," and it's like asking me if I smoked pot or not. It was like, well, God, is she gonna say let's go back to her place to smoke pot? And but thankfully did not. I'm not into that. No, before you ask, I did not ask for her number, and she didn't ask for mine. I thought it would just be best to kind of leave it alone, maybe let it stew a little bit. She told me, oh, she's gonna try to walk more often around a certain time, but it's whatever. I don't care. Maybe it's not, folks. It's Man, for somebody without a girlfriend, you sure are picky, right? You know, God forbid that I would want somebody vaguely within the age range that I could actually have children with and a family, right? So you'll have to forgive me for not trying to chase down the path of degeneracy, because I'm pretty sure, yeah, I could have asked for a number, and I mean, she was very clearly into me, but it's not my thing. Thought she was Italian at first, based on her name, and I thought the way she looked, but she is Hispanic. So, how about that, folks? How about that? You know, 45-year-old lady just needs to go walk around the park, chat up some dude, and can start conversing with somebody, right? That easy. That easy. Now, do you think I can do that in reverse? Just, it's sort of funny. That's all it takes, right? Yeah, we talked for about 90 minutes. Talked for about 90 minutes about life and stuff like that. I told her all about, the whole virgin thing, the no girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, oh. It was sort of amusing on her part to tell me all about how she was very candid, how when she was younger, she would totally chase hot guys, but now it's, now she just doesn't care so much looks, just wants a relationship. Like, okay, of course you do. Of course you do. It's like the whole meme of what the dong carousel, and then later on, now they're looking for somebody to have a relationship with. The tradition continues that I'm not able to attract women of childbearing age at all. But once they get past their sort of 40s, well into their 40s, and they have kids, and, they've had their troubles in life, and I'm not like, of course, I understand they experience all sorts of stuff, but now they're ready to, they're just looking for a good guy. Yeah. Maybe you can be it, huh? Should I be flattered, folks, or should I find that kind of sad that this is basically about all I can attract? And she was telling me all about, you're a great looking guy, and the long hair looks this and that. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I'm sure 20 years ago when she was 25, I'm curious if she would still say the same thing, I don't know. I'm curious. It's interesting. But, she said she's got a sister who's thin and a chubby chaser. Who knows? Maybe I'll see her again and she'll set me up with somebody. Yeah. Wasn't completely serious about that. I don't care. It was just a completely bizarre, random, out of the blue interaction at the park. Should I be flattered that happened, or should I just find that sad? Find that sad. Women in their childbearing sort of years, I don't know what you'd call that, 18 to 30 something, I don't know. Those I can't really attract, but once they're in their 40s and above, suddenly, anything else? No, I think that was about it. So, that was something. That was something, folks, but not quite what I'm looking for. I need somebody I could have a serious relationship, not just, the peenies and the vaginas, none of that. A relationship with, and ideally eventually a family, right? Bye-bye.